Hello, and welcome to Daily English Whisper. My name is Max, and I'm really glad you are here today. Take a slow breath, relax your body, and let your mind focus gently on the sound of English. Today's episode is called English Listening Practice, Shadowing Routine. And in this session, you will train your ears step by step with calm, clear English that you can follow. This is not fast English. This is not confusing English. This is slow, clean, natural English made for you. Maybe you feel like this. When you listen to English, it feels too fast. Words disappear. You catch one word, then you lose the next 5. And after a few seconds, you feel tired or frustrated. Or maybe you understand when you read, but when you listen, it feels like a different language. And sometimes you think, I need to understand everything. I need subtitles. I need more vocabulary before I listen. But here is the truth. You don't need to understand every word to improve your listening. You don't need perfect clarity. You need repetition. You need calm audio. You need time to let your brain adjust. That is the big idea for today. Slow, clear listening, repeated every day, can train your brain naturally. Not in a stressful way, not in a heavy way, but in a simple, daily rhythm. Like learning a song. At first, it feels difficult, but after a few repetitions, it starts to feel familiar. So today, we will build that feeling. We will listen, we will repeat, and we will stay calm. You are not here to be perfect. You are here to get better, little by little. Stay with me, and let's begin. Now, let me ask you something simple. What is listening practice? Listening practice is not only hearing sounds, it is training your brain to recognize patterns, to hear words again and again until they feel natural. And today, we will use a very powerful technique, shadowing. Shadowing means you listen and you repeat, almost at the same time or just after. Not perfect, not fast, just close to the sound. Let me show you how to do it. First, you listen to one sentence. Then, you repeat it slowly. You don't stop too much. You don't think too much. You follow the rhythm. It's okay if you don't understand everything. Your brain is learning even when it feels unclear. Let's try a small example. Listen first. I usually notice small sounds when the room is very quiet. Now, repeat with me slowly. I usually notice small sounds when the room is very quiet. Again, I usually notice small sounds when the room is very quiet. Good. Now another one. Listen. There's a soft noise coming from somewhere, but I can't find it. Now repeat. There's a soft noise coming from somewhere, but I can't find it. Again. There's a soft noise coming from somewhere, but I can't find it. Very nice. You don't need to understand every word. Just follow the sound. Feel the rhythm. Now one more. Listen. I'm starting to recognize this voice. It feels familiar now. Repeat. I'm starting to recognize this voice. It feels familiar now. Again. I'm starting to recognize this voice. It feels familiar now. Great. This is how your listening improves. Slow, repeated, and calm. Even 5 minutes a day can make a difference. Even one short session, like this, is progress. So don't rush. Don't worry. Just stay with the sound and speak with me. Now, let's talk about something very important. The main question: how can you build a daily listening habit that really works? Maybe you think, I try, but I stop after a few days. I don't have enough time. I get bored or tired. These are real problems. Many learners feel this way. But here is something simple and powerful. You don't need long sessions. You don't need perfect focus. You need a routine that fits your life. A routine that feels light. Something you can repeat every day without stress. Today, I will show you a few simple ways to build a daily listening routine. Not something difficult, not something heavy, but something you can actually do while you walk, while you rest, while you do small tasks. These ways will help you stay consistent, because consistency is more important than intensity. A little every day is better than a lot one time. If this is helping you, you can support the channel with a like and continue practicing with me. Now, let's begin with the first simple way. Way number 1. Create a fixed listening moment in your day. Not a long session, not something difficult, just one small moment that you repeat every day. This is very important because when your brain knows the time, it prepares itself. For example, maybe you choose a quiet moment in the morning, not when you are busy, not when you are stressed, just a calm moment. You sit or stand and you listen for a few minutes. Even 3 minutes is enough. Let me give you a short sentence to practice in that moment. Listen. I usually start my day with a quiet moment before everything begins. Now, repeat with me slowly. I usually start my day with a quiet moment before everything begins. Again, I usually start my day with a quiet moment before everything begins. Good. Now imagine another moment. Maybe later in the day, when you pause for a short break. You can listen again, just for a few minutes. Consistency is more important than time. Now another sentence. Listen. I take a short break, just to reset my mind and breathe. Repeat. I take a short break, just to reset my mind and breathe. Again. I take a short break, just to reset my mind and breathe. Very nice. You see, you are connecting, listening with your real routine. Not something extra, something natural. Even if your day is busy, you can find one small moment, and that moment becomes your daily practice. You don't need perfection, you just need repetition. And little by little, your ears will become stronger. Now, let's continue with another powerful way. Way number 2. Listen in layers, not all at once. Many learners try to understand everything in one listening, and when they don't, they feel frustrated. But that is not how listening works. Listening is a process. Step by step, let me show you. First, you listen without thinking too much. Just hear the sound, the rhythm, the flow. Then you listen again and catch a few words. Not all, just a few. Then you listen one more time and try to repeat. This is called listening in layers, and it works very well. Let's try it together. First, just listen. I didn't notice the sound at first, but then it became impossible to ignore. Now, don't repeat yet. Just listen again. I didn't notice the sound at first, but then it became impossible to ignore. Now, repeat with me. I didn't notice the sound at first, but then it became impossible to ignore. Again, I didn't notice the sound at first, but then it became impossible to ignore. Good. You see, each time, it feels a little easier. That's the idea. Now another one. Listen. There's something about this voice that makes it easier to focus. Listen again. There's something about this voice that makes it easier to focus. Now repeat. There's something about this voice that makes it easier to focus. Very nice. You don't need to rush. You don't need to catch everything. Just build your understanding, layer by layer. This removes pressure and makes listening more enjoyable. Now your brain can relax and learn naturally. Now, let's go to the next way. Way number 3, combine listening with gentle repetition. Not fast, not aggressive, gentle, like a soft echo. Because when you repeat, you are not only listening, you are using your voice. And this creates a stronger connection in your brain. Let me show you. Listen. I'm getting used to this rhythm. It feels more natural now. Now, repeat softly. I'm getting used to this rhythm. It feels more natural now. Again. I'm getting used to this rhythm. It feels more natural now. Good. Now another one. Listen. At first it was difficult, but now I can follow more easily. Repeat. At first it was difficult, but now I can follow more easily. Again. At first it was difficult, but now I can follow more easily. Very nice. Now imagine you are listening, with headphones or quietly at home. You don't need to speak loudly. You can speak softly, just enough for you to hear your voice. This is powerful because you are training listening and speaking together. Now, before we continue, I want to ask you something simple. Which way feels best for you so far? A fixed listening moment, listening in layers, or gentle repetition? You can write your answer in the comments. I read them, and they help this channel grow. And stay with me, because the next ways will help you turn this into a daily habit that feels easy and natural. You are doing very well. Just keep going, one step at a time. Now, let's move to the next way. Way number 4. Bring listening into your moving moments. Not when you are sitting, not when you are studying, but when your body is active and your mind is more relaxed. Because sometimes, when you move, your brain listens better. Let me show you. Imagine you are walking, not in a busy street, but in a calm place. Maybe a quiet road or a slow path with soft sounds around you. You put on your audio and you listen. Not with pressure, just gently. Let's try a sentence for this moment. Listen. I notice more details when I walk slowly and pay attention. Now, repeat with me. I notice more details when I walk slowly and pay attention. Again, I notice more details when I walk slowly and pay attention. Good. Now imagine another moment. You are doing something repetitive, maybe folding clothes, organizing a drawer, or preparing something simple. Your hands are busy, but your mind is free. This is a perfect time. Listen, my hands are busy, but my mind is calm and open. Repeat, my hands are busy, but my mind is calm and open. Again, my hands are busy, but my mind is calm and open. Very nice. You see, you don't need to stop your day to practice English. You bring English into your day. Now, let's make this even stronger with small habits, very simple ones. For example, one habit is to always listen during a specific movement. Maybe every time you walk alone, you listen for 5 minutes. Not more, just 5. Another habit is to use headphones during small tasks. Not all the time, just in quiet moments. Another one is to repeat one sentence while you move. Just one, not many. For example, I feel more comfortable with this sound now. Say it softly while you walk. And one more habit. When you stop moving, you pause the audio and repeat one sentence again. This connects movement, listening, and memory. These habits are light. They don't take extra time. They fit into your life. And that is why they work. Now, let's continue and go a little deeper, because something important is happening. You are not only listening, you are training your attention, and attention is the key to understanding. Let's try another example together. Imagine you are in a place where there are small background sounds, not loud, just soft, and you focus on one voice. Listen, I can hear other sounds, but I choose to focus on this voice. Now, repeat with me. I can hear other sounds, but I choose to focus on this voice. Again, I can hear other sounds, but I choose to focus on this voice. Very good. Now, another situation. You feel a little tired, but you continue listening calmly. Listen, I don't feel perfect today, but I can still understand a little more. Repeat. I don't feel perfect today, but I can still understand a little more. Again, I don't feel perfect today, but I can still understand a little more. Nice work. You see, listening is not about being perfect. It is about staying present, staying with the sound, even when it feels a little difficult. Now, remember something very important. You don't need long sessions. You don't need 1 hour. You need small, focused moments. And when you feel tired, you don't stop completely. You just slow down. You listen without pressure. Even one sentence is enough, because these small moments create a habit, and that habit creates progress. So today or tomorrow, when you listen, ask yourself, am I really paying attention, or am I just hearing? Then gently bring your attention back to the sound, to the rhythm, to the voice. That is your training. That is your improvement. Now, let's bring everything together. Today, you practiced English listening with slow, clear audio. Not fast, not stressful, but calm and focused. You created a small daily moment. You listened in layers. You repeated gently. You used movement. And you trained your attention. So here is your simple idea, your secret sentence for today. Listen a little every day with calm attention. That's it. Let me show you how this looks in your real life. When you wake up, I will listen for 2 minutes before I start my day. When you take a break, I will play one short audio and repeat one sentence. When you walk, I will listen and focus on the sound. Small actions, simple actions, but they build something strong. Now I want you to see yourself differently. You are not someone who tries to understand English. You are someone who trains your ears every day, slowly, naturally, without pressure, and I want you to know I am proud of you because you are here, you are listening, you are practicing, and that matters. If you want to continue improving, you can subscribe to Daily English Whisper. We will keep building your English together, step by step. My name is Max. Thank you for being here with me, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care and keep listening, one calm moment at a time.